am in love with my son and I am pregnant for him. Story time with trendy grandma.
Hello, I want to say welcome to today's story time on the Glorious Generations Family TV. So I saw this story online. This is whoever posted this posted it on Evergreen Living, and that's on TikTok. So you may want to look it up. I would like to share this story. You know why? I'm sharing this story because, of course, I've heard people who do insects, apart from the ones we saw in the Bible. But I've read a story like that, similar to this, but not really similar because that one was this father. Is her father. Her father, she gave birth to, I think, about 5 kids. It's possible some of us have read that story. She gave birth to about 5 kids in that story for her own father, biological father. So I really cannot, I can't really remember. I think the mother left or something, or the mother was even there in the marriage. That one is the saddest. I don't even want to talk about that story. So this one, let's see. This sound like, is it possible? Like, am I dreaming? But guess what? Unless we are not on the surface of this earth, anything on this earth is possible, especially in the life we live now. The days of now, a lot is possible, even more than what happened in the Bible. Many things have happened. So let's listen to this story and tell me, have you ever heard a similar story? Do you think this is real? Do you think this is possible? But this is somebody's story. And that got me.
I got married to my husband when I was 16. I had our son when I was 18 because my parent mandated my husband to allow me to finish secondary school before I get pregnant. So after my secondary school, got pregnant and had my baby boy. When my son was about 8 months, we got attacked by armed robbers who broke into our home, raped me, and eliminated my husband. That was a day that I will never forget. I never knew that I would survive that ordeal. But when I realized that my son was still alive, they didn't harm my son. I nursed my wounds, buried my husband, and life continued. I refused to remarry. I was so heartbroken because of the way I loved my husband. He treated me so well. He was so very good. I decided to live my life not having anything to do with any other man. So I continued like that, being celibate, looking after my only son. It was just him and myself until my son was 17 years old. He just got an admission into the university because it has always been me and my son. My son sleeps in my bed. There wasn't anything. We didn't see it as anything. You know, I change in front of my son. He changes in front of me. It was just that mother and son relationship. So one day, I was sleeping alongside my son. Then my son had got an admission and was just about to get into the university. Then I had this dream. In that dream, I saw my husband. It was exactly as if it was in real life. I saw my husband and that we were happy together like we used to be. And I realized that my husband was touching me in that dream and I was touching my husband as well. So we were about to make up in that dream. Then I realized that my son, it was my son, and my son was lying down, sleeping, he was sleeping beside me. I don't know what took over me, and I started touching my son, and he didn't resist. Probably because of fear that I was the mom, I really don't know. I don't think he had done it before. I don't think, because he tells me everything. So that was how the relationship between me and my son started. I started seeing my husband inside my son. Honestly, I know it is not right, but I don't know the force that is driving me to continue to do like that. But the worst thing right now is I am pregnant. Okay. I know I'm supposed to go and terminate that pregnancy, but I am in a crossroad. One mind was telling me to keep it, and then keep it as a secret, not telling my husband's people. I'm still answering my husband's name. Okay. I'm still in touch with my husband's people. Some of them still even helps us because I refuse to remarry. So who will I tell them that the pregnancy belongs to? Again, how will I live with it that I am having my son's baby? What shall I do? Terminate the pregnancy? Many people will say it's a sin. Have the child? It is equally a sin because I know that it is incest. Pregnancy is just 6 weeks, but I'm still in between the opinion whether to terminate it or to keep it. Another thing I need help with is how to stop that relationship with my son. Because the thing comes as a force. It's like I'm possessed. Even when I will try to fight it, I won't be able to fight it. It's just like something is drawing me to my son. He started uni, he lives in the university, comes back during holidays or comes back during weekend to meet me. And once he comes back, we continue the scene where we stopped. He's professing that he's in love with me. How do I come out of this? How do I convince him? How do I tell him that what we're doing is absolutely not good? I know that many people will judge me. I know that many people will tell me off. But how do I deal with that force that draws me to my son? How do I stop it? Please, please. I want you and your audience to help me. Please, I need help. If anybody knows what I would do, I will be in the comment section.
Okay, so I will put this woman's information. Tag is Evergreen Living. Evergreen Living, and I think she's on TikTok, but I didn't get this on TikTok. Someone sent this to me as a video on WhatsApp. So what I want to do is, I want to ask a question. Is this possible? Fine. Meanwhile, the person I showed you is not the owner of the story, but she is telling the story on behalf of the story owner. But is this possible? That's the question I'm asking. Is this possible? And if this is possible, I think if this is true, then I will say whenever this happened to this have happened to, I don't pray this happened to anyone, and this has happened to you, I don't know what to pray about, but all I know is that only God can heal the brokenhearted. Things happen in this world, like life issues are real, and they are different, and they are heavy, and they are in different sizes. So anyways, I will say that it is not good for a woman whose husband is dead to stay that long. That was too long to stay. Thankfully, there are some widows association now that people can join, and from there they can receive the help that they truly need. So that's all I can say. You can't say much when you don't know much about things, but seriously, if this is real, this is a pathetic story. It has happened before in the Bible, but right now it's a forbidden thing, and only God can deal with situations like this. I don't even know what to say. But what I want us to know is that if this has happened to you, or if this is your similar story, please get married. Please do get married. Why? Because you're already attached. Your body will require it sometimes. So in order not to fall into sins like this, because this is a sin, please try and remarry ASAP. Then also, if this is happening to you, remember that even though your sins are as red as scarlet, God can still wash it out. Jesus can still save you. God bless you. Have a good day.